Hi everyone, my name is Lily Chan. I'm a solutions architect specializing in our productivity app suite of services, including Amazon Connect. And we also have Shannon Lim, who is a solutions architect here at Amazon Web Services. We are so glad to have you join us today as we hope to share how we can extend the capabilities of Amazon Connect to provide a more dynamic, personalized and natural experience for the customer without increasing overhead work for your IT support or configuration team. Let's take a quick look at our agenda for today. We will be touching on what is Amazon Connect and why are we looking at remote control. Then there's a deep dive into deploying the GitHub solution for remote controlling Amazon Connect Contact Center. Next, we will look at enhancing it further. On top of being remote control, let's make it self-service as well. There's also a part on how we can control and restrict access to such changes made. Now, let me just give a quick introduction to Amazon Connect. Amazon Connect is a fully managed, easy-to-use, cloud-based contact center service, which we brought to market to enable businesses to deliver exceptional, omni-channel customer experiences at lower cost, while easily scaling to thousands of agents. In addition, you pay only for what you have used, not what you thought you might need. There's no longer long-term commitments or upfront charges, and no minimum monthly fee or per seat cost. Amazon Connect includes all the standard functionalities contact center operations teams have come to expect. Skills-based routing allows you to connect the right customer to the right agent at the right time. Voice and chat interactions are recorded, making it easy to monitor and improve agent quality. All the common reports and analytics you would expect are available and easy to use, including service level, handle time, agent performance, and much more. Using a standard broadband internet connection, agents can be located virtually anywhere, empowering businesses to offer increased flexibility for work-at-home agents. The only hardware you need is a USB headset. Amazon Connect was built from ground up to take advantage of the cloud, built as a multi-tenant architected service that is available around the world through low latency links. It is highly available, fault tolerant, and scale on demand so that you can handle peaks and troughs without contention. And we have also created a network of managed carriers for easy telephony hosting. Ultimately, this allows you to focus less on keeping the lights on and infrastructure-level issues like diverse paths for telephony routing and high availability operations, and instead focus on continuous innovation to drive greater customer experience. Beyond the standard functionalities, Amazon Connect delivers differentiators that allow customers to create exceptional customer experiences. For example, Amazon Connect was built to be 100% cloud-based. There are no adapters, applets, applications, or browser extensions to install. Every part of Amazon Connect is available purely in the browser. The service can be set up in minutes, and agents can take calls after just a few simple steps. You can log into the AWS console today, answer a few short questions, claim a phone number, and you can be taking calls even before we finish this slide. Contact flows allow you to easily create compelling customer experiences and are the primary way you can build out automated experiences that end customers will interact with when they contact you. The self-service graphical interface in Amazon Connect makes it easy for non-technical users to design contact flows with no special skills. The contact flow engine is dynamic and personal, and you can design conversational interactions that feel natural to your customers by integrating with Amazon Lex, giving you access to the same speech recognition and natural language understanding technology that powers Alexa. Amazon Connect is also an open platform that is simple to integrate with other enterprise applications. By integrating with your customer data, you can anticipate end customer needs, predicting and delivering answers to questions before they are even asked. With the openness of Amazon Connect, it is simple to integrate into your existing infrastructure, leveraging standard languages and pre-built integrations, ensuring you can bring forward any applications you want to continue using, such as workforce management or customer relationship management solutions, and quickly experiment with new partner technologies such as voice biometrics. The real secret sauce, we believe, however, is the ability to leverage the AWS services and partners to quickly innovate on the experiences created with Amazon Connect. There are over 175 AWS services live today, and our partners have already developed over 185 integrations with Amazon Connect. Let us look at our main topic for today. Why the need for a remote control center solution? Very often, we see customers asking for a platform which is intelligent, business logic driven, flexible, and agile enough to make dynamic changes to end customers' experience when they reach out to their contact center regardless of channel. This could be hyper-personalization in view of the customer's profile, past interactions journey or transaction history, or predicted intent of why he or she is calling in. It can also be the fact that due to unforeseen situation, the contact center needs to provide dynamic prompts to inform callers upfront. The remote control center solution allows you to centrally manage what your users will experience as they move through the contact flows. Let's try to visualize by looking at the following scenarios. This solution will allow you to centrally manage prompts, translation, static routing feature, and language-specific routing features, either manually on an ad hoc basis or automatically based on your back-end business processes. In this scenario, we can implement logic to change the user experience based on external parameters. For example, by setting a flag to inform a contact that the contact center is closed due to an emergency or a company event. You can then define logic for different levels of event. Define external numbers to forward calls or provide parameters for cues, prompts, music, etc. Similarly, personalized announcements and promotional cue messages can be made at the individual contact level based on profile and predicted intent. By centrally managing this logic, changes can be published immediately or via a schedule in an automated fashion without requiring you to log into the platform or modifying any contact flows. This can greatly reduce effort and cost by removing IT support and resources. And what about multilingual support? Yes, this solution supports dynamic language-specific routing based on the customer's preferred language, either through first-time menu selection within contact flow or selection from a mobile app or website. Subsequently, greeting prompts, menu options, and any personalized announcements or potential hot messages will be played in that specific language. The solution is also designed to translate prompts on the fly if prompts are requested in a language that is not predefined. The translation is then persisted for future use, and you can also modify the translation to correct for any translation gaps. The solution is also built with language-specific routing features, which are used to define features that are language-dependent but are not meant to be translated. For example, you can use a language-specific routing feature to define queue IDs that support specific languages. By using a dynamic parameter, you can simplify your contact flows to route users to the appropriate prompts, queues, and agents without duplicating contact flows. With this, let me hand it over to Shannon, who will walk us through the demo.
Let's get started with the solution and demo. There's two parts to the solution. Let's walk through part 1 first. Here, we have a GitHub link as a quick start to deploying Remote Control Contact Center. As a prerequisite, we will need access to an AWS account with the right IAM rights. We need AWS Serverless Application Model Command 9 or CLI. If you don't have this installed, there's links and configuration steps available for you, and definitely an Amazon Connect instance with a DID number you have claimed. With that, let's start. These are the steps I'll be walking through with you, assuming you have the solution deployed successfully. Let us start off with linking our Lambda to our Amazon Connect instance. Go on to your Management Console, then Amazon Connect. Assuming you have your Amazon Connect instance set up, you should see your instance here. But if you do not, check that you're in the right region. Here, I am in Asia Pacific, Singapore. Or go on ahead and add an instance. It will just take a couple of minutes to create a new instance. Go on to Contact Flow, scroll down. We will see Amazon Lambda. And here is where we'll allow Amazon Connect permission to invoke the Lambda function. In the pick list, choose the Lambda with retrieve in its name. Add it in. We don't need the other function, so we can leave that. And with this, we're done. Next, go back to Management Console. Search for Lambda over here. If you have many Lambdas in your instance, search for the Lambda with remote control in its name. Then click on the Lambda with hydrates in its name. This Lambda will populate DynamoDB with sample entries and tags. Let's scroll down to take a look at the function. What we have to do here is to run a test function. Here at the Lambda function, we can see some sample event. Copy it. Now you have noticed I've changed the language code to Chinese and Japanese. You can keep it to default if you like. Create a new test function, paste it in, save it, and we can go ahead and test and run the function. Here we can see that it's been successfully ran. With that, let's head over to DynamoDB. You can search for it under Services. If you have many tables, look for the one that starts with Remote Control. Here we can see mine. And all the default responses is in, because of the successful Lambda function we've just ran. Scroll to the right, and we can see the translated responses for Chinese and Japanese based on my input at Lambda. With this check, default prompts are all in and we are good. Let's head over to Amazon Connect. I am pre-logged in with the username and password. On the left-hand side, let's head over to Contact Flow. What we have to do is to create a new contact flow and import the contact flow that is in the GitHub package. It is a JSON file, remote sample.json. Select that, open it, and we can import it in. Couple of edits we have to make. Remember, I changed the language from the default. The first change is to the voice and the language code. The 1, 2, 3, 4 here goes into the different language options. How I want it to be will be starting with 1 to be English, 2 to be Chinese, and to make the change, I click on the Set Voice block for 2 to Chinese, and set the contact attribute to ZH, which is the language code for Chinese. Option 3 will be Japanese. And the language code to be JA. And number 4, I would like it to be Korean. Notice that Korean was not part of the translated text in my DynamoDB. This option showcases the translation of default English responses in DynamoDB table to Korean on the fly. Next, we have to make edits to the reference to Lambda. There's 2 we have to edit. On the left, pull down the pick list, you will see the function you have added in earlier. Select that and save it. Scroll to the right, we will see the next reference to edit. Do the same, select the Lambda function and save it. Scrolling to the right, just double checking there isn't more Lambda references here. And okay, we're done. Let's save it and publish it. On the left, let's head over to phone numbers. If you haven't claimed a number, you can do so now. Or choose a country that you prefer to claim it if it isn't available. Select DID. Note that there are countries that require documentations to be submitted before you get to claim a number. Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, for example. You can go ahead and create a support case for these numbers. You will be asked for several documentations before being provisioned the local number. Now this will take a bit more time. For the purpose of trying, you can look at claiming a Malaysian number. Link up your phone with the sample contact flow you have just published. Once you've claimed it, you can test. Call the phone number with the phone that you have just claimed, and let's go ahead and hear the default in English first.
Hello. Thank you for calling the Remote Control Center hotline. For English, press 1. For Chinese, press 2. I've set your working language. Press 1 to speak to an agent. Press 2 to hear our latest news. We are excited to launch the Remote Control Center solution. Thank you for testing it out.
Alright, let's hear the same IVR option in Chinese.
Hello. Thank you for calling the Remote Control Center hotline. For English, press 1. For Chinese, press 2. For Japanese,
我已经设置了你的工作语言，按一语作席通话，按2听取我们的最新消息。我们很高兴推出远程控制中心解决方案，谢谢你测试它。
Now those are great, but what if we want other prompts? Say we have emergency prompts that the company is closed due to a holiday, or the call center is experiencing high volume as a hot message and you want callers to know hold time may be longer than usual. Our default flag here is 0. Let's go back into the contact flow. We can see checking of the attribute block here. It is now 0, so going into no match. where it's playing the default message. What if we want it to play the hot message of higher than normal hold time? We need to change the flag to 1. If you want it to play the emergency message, then it's 2. But let's go with 1 for today. Back to DynamoDB. Let's change the flag to 1 and test it out again, showcasing it in English.
Hello. Thank you for calling the Remote Control Center hotline. For English, press 1. Chinese, press. I've set your working language. We're experiencing higher than normal hold times. Press 1 to speak to an agent. Press 2 to hear our latest news.
Now we have deployed and tested out the solution. Seen how changing of a flag changes the message? What this means for you is responsive and relevant messages to your callers. Let's see what else we can add on to make it better. What if we could let the supervisor on the ground make changes on the fly? Sure, this solution is great. We just need to change the flag in DynamoDB or change the prompt itself. But it's a security risk to allow too many people edit access to your DynamoDB. Lastly, perhaps you are the admin and you want to be notified of changes to DynamoDB. How can you do that? We have put together an architecture diagram showing what you can add on to the deployment we have just walked through. For that, we will be leveraging Amazon Cognito, which is a secure and scalable user directory. You can leverage user pool or social and enterprise identity federation. Next, Amazon API Gateway. It is a fully managed service that makes it easy for developers to create, publish, maintain, and secure API at any scale. This will act as the front end for your application. Lastly, Amazon Simple Notification Service, SNS, which is a pub/sub messaging service which lets you send notifications via SMS, email, or mobile push messages. And this is a simple proposed architecture. From the very left, you can see the caller calling in. It hits Amazon Connect, goes through Lambda, pulls out the prompts from DynamoDB. And this is what we have deployed earlier. Now, look from the very right. Here we can see authorized prompt admins. Assuming these are the supervisors who have the rights to make changes to your prompts. They have access to a website. Here, I put it simply as being hosted in S3. Leveraging Cognito, they input in their username and password. And if authorized, they are allowed to make change to the prompts itself or the flags, depending on what they're allowed to change. This goes through API Gateway and gets through Lambda, which then sends out the notifications and make the changes to DynamoDB itself. The next callers that calls in will hear of the latest prompts. This add-on allows for authorized and secure changes made to your customer-facing prompts. We have just given you a quick start to how you can have a multilingual dynamic prompts that can be changed based on parameters and given you tips on how to make it truly remote controlled. We hope you have had some good takeaways. As the next step, do engage with your AWS contact and reach out to us for a deeper dive into your use case. We do conduct immersion days, brainstorming sessions, and can work together with you to build out a pilot. Thank you again for attending, and we really appreciate your feedback so that we can better understand the topics and services you would like to know more about. So please take the time to fill out our survey and let us know what you think.